UK organizations report on how Buhari allegedly funded Ebubeagu in Southeast to kill residents. Wow. So it was Buhari that sponsored Ebubagu. We knew it because when ESN and IPOP came up, especially ESN, they were fighting this herdsmen problem squarely, and they were producing results. And then the next thing, they sent army to go and fight them, saying that they're harassing herders for no reason. It was Buhari's government. The next thing, they used the Southeast governors to create Ebubagu, and Ebubagu became a terror in the Southeast and started killing among themselves, and they called themselves, and then they started saying they were killing unknown gunmen. That is what was very bad. So organizations from those two countries, US and UK, have published exactly what must have transpired. A special investigative report by some research groups in the United States, the United Kingdom, and Nigeria has revealed how former President Muhammadu Buhari allegedly used the Ebubeagu security outfit to harass and kill thousands of innocent Igbo residents and push for a radical Islamic agenda in the Southeast region. The report was published as a collaborative effort of the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law Inter-Society, the Ekwenche Research Institute, Chicago, Illinois, USA, the Global Igbo Leaders Coalition, GIL, United Kingdom, and the Rising Sun Charities Organization, Newark, New Jersey, United States of America. The organizations noted that the Ebubeagu security arrangement was also a channel through which illicit small arms and light weapons were proliferated in the region, adding that the Imo and Ebonyi state governments were particularly culpable in the implementation of the jihadist Fulani and Islamic agenda. The report was signed by researchers including Emeka Umeagbalasi for Inter-Society, Osita Dema Ago for Ekweche Research Institute, Chicago, USA, Professor Justin Akujeze, board chairman, Ekwenche Institute, Nze Amadi Ebube Mbama for Global Igbo Leaders Coalition, and then that's Georgia, United States, and Bridget Okafor, Rising Sun Charities Organization in United Kingdom. These are the people that actually signed the investigation. So the report stated that the remote reasons behind the rising and proliferation of more than 20 armed killers entitled in entities in Igbo land, especially Southeast and Igbo parts of the Southeast Nigeria, since 2015 and 2021, which escalations and proliferations heightened, was traced to Buhari's bent on laying siege, conquering the enslaving. Can you imagine? Conquering and enslaving the Igbo land, her defenseless population and properties for purposes of radical Islamism and politics of hate, segregation, and exclusion. So, according to the report titled "Who is Killing Who Outside the Law in Igbo Land?", the worst affected states include Imo and Ebonyi states, followed by Anambra, Enugu, Abia, Rivers, and Delta states, respectively. The report said by early 2016, the Buhari's government allegedly initiated secret Islamic conquest movement of the jihadist Fulani herdsmen and other jihadists assembled from within and outside Nigeria and armed with AK-47s. Can you imagine? So Buhari made promise in 1984 that if he gets opportunity again to come to power, that he will do everything within his power to Islamize Nigeria, to make Nigeria an Islamic nation. And I'm sure he didn't forget that promise. And I'm sure that was what he tried to implement when he came back for power again as a civilian president in 2015. This one is bad. Yeah, this one is really bad. The report said by early 2016, the Buhari's government allegedly initiated secret Islamic conquest movement of the jihadist Fulani herdsmen and other jihadists assembled from within and outside of Nigeria and armed with AK-47 assault rifles. This was the beginning of political and religious insecurity and proliferation of illicit small arms and light weapons, in Igbo land. The Islamic conquest movement were also strongly suspected to have been heavily aided and protected by the Nigerian military formations, during which forest, bushes, and farmland, of south, southeast, middle belt, and Christian part of the south were invaded, seized, and occupied. The findings were also corroborated by a former police DIG retired in 2020, who in 2021 disclosed that not less than 336 locations in the southeast have been occupied by Fulani herdsmen armed with AK-47 assault rifles. The Buhari's government also saw the rise of IPOB and its self-determination agitation as a serious threat to its state jihad project. And to counter this, the government adopted radical approaches, including funding and arming of counterfeiters, using conformist political actors, including top government functionaries in Ebonyi State under Umahi and Imo State under Uzodinma. Can you imagine? The above was to the extent that the past government of Ebonyi State was strongly suspected to have been federally contracted to counterfeit and counter the IPOB's Eastern Security Network formed in December 2020, leading to the launch of Ebubagu security arrangement in April 2021 to counter ESN and sustain jihadist Fulani herdsmen terrorism in Igbo land. The idea behind the Ebubagu security arrangement was later found to have been muted by Buhari's government of Nigeria using the chairmanship of the Southeast Governorship Forum. Now, in Ebonyi State, where the dreaded security outfit was unveiled in December 2021, it was renamed in March 2022 as the Ebonyi State Vigilante Corps and the Ebonyi State Neighborhood Watch. Now, the above was as a result of the prescriptions of the Ebubagu Vigilante Group by a federal high court sitting in Abakaliki in February 2023. The Ebubagu security arrangement is therefore only a counterfeit and anti-self-determination instrument. Oh boy. Can you imagine what Buhari has done with the governors of the Southeast? We knew it, that the Southeast governors were part of this problem. It's quite unfortunate. This article is just so long and a lot of people are already reacting. Let's just take a few comments. Somebody say, whatever may be their evil plan against this nation, the Lord will frustrate them. Instead of them to succeed, the Lord will cause a very big confusion in their midst. Okay? Nigerians will never be Islamized except if the planner are the one that created this country. But for the fact that the world is under control of the Lord, such will never happen. We know because the rate strangers move around the region. But my joy is that God is alive and forever alive. Okay? And forever live. Our problem is not religious, rather our problem is the politicians. But Buhari is not an Igbo man, while even if it is true, Igbos are to be blamed for allowing themselves being used against themselves. And that is true. God will judge all of you from your head to your toes. Please, of what use is this write-up to us now when you people knew all this and didn't say anything until Buhari left office? Nigeria was most unfortunate voting Buhari into power. He came on board to destroy Nigeria. As sadist, unfortunately, Igbo governors decided to be co-opted to destroy their own homelands. Let Tinubu watch his backs with a deputy who is a bandit kingpin. Southwest must be more careful now. Fire on the floor, on the roof, not on the mountain. Okay? If Buhari sponsored them, are they fools? Did they kill anyone outside the Southeast? They were killing their own people. But I regard this to be fake news. It's not fake news. If Nasari Dokubo came out to blab that he was contracted by government to go and fight and fight terrorism in the Southeast, but they were used to kill the Southeasterners. Yeah? Why UK and US now pretending to have Nigeria at heart? After all, you both did to us and other African countries, thanks to Russia. Africans' eye opener. How far is this true? It is, but our Redeemer liveth. So it is not a fake news. The people that wrote this have shown their names and have also shown their entities they belong to and their organizations. So you can't call it fake news. Okay. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment that how Igbo governors, especially Umahi and Uzodimma, were used by Buhari and Ebubagu to kill the Igbos and to propagate Islamization in the southeast.